I genuinely thought he was a good person. But really, he's a freaking player. He's a definition of a player.
Today, Blake is caught in a love pentagon in paradise. The Housewives of Orange County are flirtier than ever on this season's premiere.
Tonight is about fun. I only have to answer to myself, and that's kind of fun.
And Jerry O'Connell is here to break it all down.
Catch me outside! Oh,
This is your reality check.
You don't know what's coming.
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the show. So glad you could join us. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues. Welcome to Reality Check. Joining me today is comedian, actor, and soon-to-be daytime talk show host extraordinaire, Jerry O'Connell. Buddy,
Yes.
It has been a hot second since I've seen you. We've worked together before.
We have.
It's so good to see you again.
It's great to see you. You look beautiful as always.
Thank you. I'm so excited for you that you're going to be a talk show host. Maybe you can give me some pointers.
Well, actually, I'm here to get pointers from you. That's so
We're gonna help
weird.
each other out.
I have my pen and pad and everything. No, I'm filling in for Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams, the amazing talk show host, is my boss and taking August off.
Yep.
And she said, when I take time off, why don't you go in there and see what you can do?
Oh, my God.
So we're going to do a little show called Jerry O on Fox stations from Monday all the way till the end of August.
It's going to be amazing. You're going to kill it. And I can't wait to talk to you about it a little bit later on the show and get the scoop on what the show is going to look like and what we can expect. Right now, we do have a question of the day for you guys watching at home. So make sure you head over to Twitter.
Can't wait.
So our poll today is about Bachelor in Paradise because we want to know which couple you are shipping so far. Your options are Hannah G and Blake, Hannah G and Dylan, John Paul Jones and Onyeka, or Clay and Nicole. So we'll reveal which couple you are shipping the most at the end of the show. You guys get voting. Jerry, you and I have work to do. It is time for our top 5.
Oh.
At number 5, Kim Zolciak-Biermann is revealing how she keeps her marriage strong. The reality star shared a cheeky post on Instagram celebrating her husband, Kroy Biermann, saying that the couple put their marriage first above all else. The Don't Be Tardy star says, "We believe if our marriage is strong, our children will be even stronger." She ends the sweet post by saying, "I love loving you, Kroy Biermann, and I'm incredibly thankful for you." Now, Jerry, you've been married a long time. Do you think that it is important to put the marriage above all else so that the family unit can be stronger as a whole?
I do have to say, my wife and I, whatever Kim Zolciak says to do with the marriage, my wife and I just follow along with
Okay.
that. No, we're huge Kim Zolciak fans. I don't know if anyone remembers her from the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, yes,
she
we do.
was amazing. I mean, some epic arguments were in her presence.
Yeah.
She and Kroy, I mean, they have a very strong marriage. I mean, they've been through it. They've been married for a little bit now. They've aired a lot of their stuff. They've had their own shows. They're really doing it. So I would say that their advice is pretty good. It's like right on.
Okay. And as you mentioned, she is known for some of her epic blowouts on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So now that Kenya is coming back to the show, do we want to see Kim make an appearance as well?
Listen, anytime Kim is on there, some of those early Kim-Nene arguments were, I mean, some of the best things that were happening. Forget about television, forget about entertainment in the world. Like, I'm talking like, that was like, it was like the 3 tenors and Kim Zolciak, Nene Leakes fight.
Right, that was like peak reality TV.
It was peak everything. Kenya's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Kenya mixes it up.
She's gonna twirl right back on there and
Kenya
stir it
is
up.
a great reality star.
Yeah.
Kenya's a star.
Yeah.
Kenya, wherever Kenya is, there is a situation happening.
That is very true.
And she's beautiful. She's got a kid now, a
Yep.
husband, hot husband.
Yep. It's gonna be good.
I actually wanted Kenya because her husband lived in Brooklyn. I thought Kenya was going to move from Atlanta and maybe be part of the Real Housewives of New York.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Little crossover action.
You never say never. Who knows? I live in Brooklyn. Can I be a housewife of New York?
You should be, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to get me a husband. At number 4.
You don't need a husband these days. They'll let anybody on there.
That's true. Most of them are divorced. Jay Leno has given out the final golden buzzer on AGT. The comedian served as the last guest judge for season 14 and sent a young breakout opera star straight to the live shows. Now, Leno tells people that she was just so amazing at so fascinating to me to see young performers at this point in their careers who are just so excited and just relying on their raw talent. Leno had the advantage of selecting from a group that was already vetted by judges Simon Cowell, Julianne Hough, Howie Mandel, and Gabrielle Union. Jerry, would you ever want to be a judge or a guest judge on AGT?
Of course I would want to be. I don't think I have. They're really good about picking judges on those shows. You know, like Jay Leno obviously came up as a stand-up. He's performed an infinite amount of times in front of people. Howie Mandel also. You know, Gabrielle Union is a big-time personality. I don't want to short sell myself. I don't know if I have the credentials to tell people what makes a good actor.
You've been on TV since you were 10 years old. You have the credentials.
I know, but I mean, I just, like, those judges are, I'm not saying I'm not legit. I'm totally legit, and the Jerry O Show is legit on Fox stations, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Wendy Williams. But I'm not sure. Maybe if the Jerry O Show is a hit on Fox stations, then I'll be legit enough to, like, be hitting X's and stuff.
All right.
Like, what right do I have to tell people to, like, go home?
I don't know. You got my vote.
I would be super funny on that show, though. I would hit, oh man, what do they call it? The X button or whatever?
The golden buzzer.
What's the one that, like, negatively impacts people?
Yeah.
The X.
Yeah, the red X.
Oh, I would hit it so hard.
Oh, you can't be mean to these people.
I know, you
They're
gotta
just
be.
trying to-
Nothing is more funnier than when someone comes out and they're like, memory.
I'm like, damn
just
it,
really
we're just
cracks
trying to
me
be
up.
the next Jerry O'Connell.
All alone.
That would be me. You should hear me sing, it's bad. At number 3, Daphne Oz is opening up about her hardest fourth pregnancy as she judges MasterChef Junior. The 33-year-old fourth-time mum is opening up to people about how she's feeling while she prepares to welcome her baby girl at the same time that she's wrapping up as a judge on MasterChef Junior. Now, she tells people, this has been my hardest pregnancy physically, but trying to feel good in my skin has made a big difference. She goes on to say, it's been so much fun here on set that it's just flown by. It's kept me really distracted and active. So we wish not new mum, but fourth-time mum, many blessings, and we'll be sure to tune into MasterChef Junior when it returns for season 8. Now, Jerry, your wife, Rebecca, spoke to people previously about how hard it is to be a working parent, and about feeling that mum guilt, and you even wanted her character to be written into Ugly Betty as a character that was already pregnant before you had your twins. So can you tell us a little bit about how you guys juggle being working parents, having kids, and still pursuing your own dreams?
Well, our kids are 10 years old, 2 10-year-old girls, Dolly and Charlie. Hi, girls.
I mean, look at this beautiful family
Oh,
photo.
there they are, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a few years ago. They're not that little anymore.
Picture
Man, they were
perfect.
so cute back then. I mean, they're still cute. They're just a little annoying these days because they're a little bit older.
Right.
No, every's, what a cute family
Isn't
picture
it beautiful? Yeah.
I should be posting that on Instagram.
Yeah, you should. We'll give it to you after the show.
But I myself, I try to get out of the house as much as possible. I don't want to be there whatsoever.
Okay.
These are jokes, everyone. No, my wife and I both work. It's fun.
Yeah.
We're fortunate enough to have 2 people who are working, and we do balance it. I will say this, and you know, shout out to all the single parents out there, but it's such a blessing to have my wife and I. It's such a relief. Like when I work on, you know, this or the Jerry O Show or whatever, it's I feel so much. It's so much easier when I can know that my spouse is at home watching.
Yeah.
So it's a real blessing, and I'm very appreciative to my wife for that.
Oh, that's so lovely. I love that you guys are such a team. At number 2, Tyler C. missed a court appearance in Florida on Tuesday morning. The charges, being too handsome. No, just kidding. The Bachelorette runner-up was a no-show at the Palm Beach County Courthouse, where he was scheduled to appear to address a careless driving citation he was issued in May. The police report stated that Tyler's car crashed into the back of a pickup truck, which then collided with a third car. Tyler told police he was unable to stop while braking abruptly, and he'll now have to pay $322 and not $1 less in tickets, fines, and fees, as well as participate in a mandatory 8-hour driving course. And this all comes just one day after he was seen out on a bowling date with Gigi Hadid in NYC. And a source tells people that their dates are definitely real and that they're both being purposely coy. And as for Hannah, well, a source claims that she is not thrilled about Tyler and Gigi's outings. Now, do you think Tyler C is becoming the bad boy of The Bachelorette that we never knew that we wanted or needed?
Well, first of all, I do want to say he is smoking hot.
It's ridiculous.
He is a really, maybe one of the most handsome people to ever be a part of the
franchise.
franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard of a Bachelor or anyone from the Bachelor franchise. And by the way, my brother was the Bachelor.
That's right, he was.
In IRL, everyone. He was like, I mean, we're going back 100 years. Season 4 of The Bachelor.
So early on.
100 years ago. It was in black and white on a television. I mean, it was
Little
like
roll
so
up,
like crazy. And
they cut it on a Steinbeck.
it was just so old. But I don't think I've ever heard of a Bachelor that has. I mean, I don't like to judge celebrities and like call people A-list or B-list or whatever, because everyone knows I'm like F-list.
Oh,
but
stop.
He's gone from not winning The Bachelorette to dating quite possibly the most famous woman in the world.
I
know. I mean, arguably Gigi Hadid is the most famous, hottest model personality in the world right now.
Well, yeah, like her and Kendall Jenner, I think, are like the two.
Right,
probably,
of course.
Right, like highest paid models.
But I'm guessing Gigi must have watched The Bachelorette and been like, that guy.
Yeah.
I want to go out with him.
I know, but imagine being, you know, Gigi Hadid and being like, yeah, that guy, and then just getting the guy.
Well, he's smoking hot, but this should also tell everyone, even when things don't work out, if you don't get the final rose or whatever, you know what? One door closes, like another door opens.
Yeah, you're still going to pay your fines and show up in court.
Gotta do that, especially if you hit the car, and I don't care if you were like, I was hitting the brakes and they weren't working,
He's
whatever.
like, I can't be in Florida, I'm at Gigi's house.
Pay your tickets, dude. We don't care how hot you are.
Come on, you got Bachelor money now. And at number 1, Gina got emotional on last night's premiere of Real Housewives of Orange County as she recounted the circumstances that led to her February DUI arrest. She explained that she had been drinking wine at a mum shopping event prior to getting in the car and had originally thought the police were just going to give her a ticket when she was pulled over. Emily gave her a bit of tough love, saying it was a dumb thing to do. You were very lucky that nothing happened that night. And then she went on to say that Gina has been drinking more lately and that she thinks Gina's divorce is more difficult than she's been letting on. Do you think that Gina is suffering from this divorce more than she cares to admit? And do you think this was the wake-up call that she needed?
You know what is... First of all, this is like my favorite thing to do. This is like long form. We're really breaking down everything in reality television.
That's what we do here.
I gotta tell you, this is a little bit like what the Jerry O show is gonna be, where we get to just like talk in long form about the real issues.
Right.
Okay. I love all the Housewives franchises. Specifically, my favorite is Orange County.
Yep.
And it's because the last few seasons, a lot of these young ladies have been going through it. And when I say going through it, mostly at this point in time in their lives, it's divorce that they're dealing with.
Yeah.
And it's super sad and a loss, and it's terrifying. And you see these ladies going through it. And then, like in last night's season premiere of Orange County, you saw Shannon Beador, whose divorce is finalized. You see her coming out of it and starting to date and like hook up with dudes and like go out and feel herself. And I gotta tell you, it was amazing to watch Shannon Beador last night come into her own and rediscover herself.
Definitely.
And you know, this is not my judgment. She will say this herself. She was physically not in good shape, you know, as well as mentally. And now she said this herself last night in the premiere, that she's physically in shape now and she feels empowered and so good about herself. And it's the new Shannon.
Yeah.
And so while Gina is going through it right now, because she's currently going through a divorce, we hope, I mean, we can't wait till next season when Gina is coming out of it. And
when Gina has her Shannon moment.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to talk to you more about Shannon after the break, so hold that thought, because I love her transformation as well. Right now, we will take a very quick break, but when we get back, we'll be digging deeper into that season premiere, so stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm here with my buddy Jerry O'Connell, who is about to premiere his very own talk show, The Jerry O Show. Now, that's going to be airing on Fox in the Wendy Williams Showtime slot starting August 12th. I'm so proud of you, by the way. Did this just feel...
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh,
so
stop. Look,
let's
you filled in
reserve.
for Wendy already. Everyone raved about the job that you did. You obviously had a great time doing it. So did this just feel like the next natural step in what's already been an incredible career for you?
You know, I filled in for Wendy Williams earlier this year, the people at Fox, where Wendy Williams is aired, and Wendy Williams herself said, listen, August, we're going to take this month off. This is when I go on vacation, but we're going to try a thing where we test a show in here. Do you want to be the person that we test? And I felt really comfortable with it. I was really excited that we got Wendy's approval.
Yep.
You know, that she's my boss. She's my Oprah, you know?
I know, it's so cool.
It's really exciting.
I see many Emmys in your future.
I
see many of them in your future.
Maybe like a People's Choice, PCA.
Yeah, maybe just, an Oscar. Maybe you'll become an EGOT like John Legend.
Maybe I'm getting closer to an EGOT.
There you go.
I have the nothing yet. But
you're an E-Not.
Yeah, I'm an E-Not. I am not one of them at all.
All right, now since Real Housewives...
Tony, I know a guy named Tony.
Oh, there you go. I mean, that's
go.
as good as, Since Real Housewives of Orange County is your favorite franchise, as you mentioned before, why don't we
Listen, I should say, full disclosure, it does change a little bit.
Okay.
It was Real Housewives of Dallas, a little random.
Okay.
It was, for many years, Real Housewives of Atlanta. Mm-hmm. New York was also there. New York was pretty hot the last couple seasons. But currently, it's Orange County.
It's Orange County. I got to say, I want to move to Orange County. If you can get a house as big as Tamara's for only $2 million in New York, $2 million gets you a shoebox.
Right.
Above a crack den.
Right.
I'm moving to Laguna Beach.
Right.
Well, why don't we talk more about Shannon's transformation? Because we were talking about it a little bit before we went to the break. It was so good to see her regaining her self-confidence and getting out there and having fun. Let's take a look.
Tonight is about fun.
Let's dance. What you gonna dance?
I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna get home whenever I want to. I'm gonna talk to whoever I want to.
Look at your body!
I only have to answer to myself, and that's kind of fun.
It's so good to see her getting her groove back. Did you ever think that this would be possible? Because she was in a very dark place, as you mentioned, and she's really done the work. So, what do you think of it all?
First of all, this is like my favorite show in forever. We're really going deep on this.
Yeah.
Last season on Real Housewives of Orange County, Shannon Bedore, who you just saw, went through some sort of divorce proceeding in front of a judge in a courtroom. And they had cameras with her when she went in her car, and she had a confrontation with her now ex-husband. And she got in her car, and she was shaken physically. And she called one of the gals, I think it was Tamara, and she was crying, and it was some of the most emotional television I've ever seen. I mean, capturing someone, boom, right as they come out of an acrimonious divorce settlement proceeding, husbands yell, there's fighting, and it captured her right after that, and she was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh,
like her
oh my
life
gosh.
had just fallen apart.
Oh, it was crazy. Like getting into an altercation legally and then getting in your car, and that's the first moment you're by yourself. Ugh. And she just broke down, but she wasn't by herself. We were watching it from all these cameras.
Yeah.
And it was one of the most dramatic things I've ever seen. And so to see her now is just, I mean, you know what it is? It's a story arc that we've been hoping for, waiting for, and is earned.
Definitely.
I mean, she earned it.
Yeah.
And you know what? You can make fun of like reality television, it's scripted, all this stuff. It all really happened. I mean, it happened, you know? And anyone who's going through a breakup or split up or going through a dark time, I mean...
Hopefully they get some inspiration from that.
Yeah.
And she also has 3 girls, so I think it's great that she's teaching them that you can bounce back from anything, you can regain your independence and find your own 2 feet and stand on them again. So.
She's got like businesses now.
Yeah.
She's really doing it.
She's killing it.
This is a woman who couldn't last season pay a water bill, didn't know that there was a water bill because her
husband
now ex-husband had taken care of everything.
Yeah.
And it was
it's quite the transformation.
She was helpless, you know?
And not anymore. She's killing it. Shannon, we're proud of you. It is time for a very quick break, but don't go anywhere because when we come back, we're going to go behind the scenes with the one and only Jerry O'Connell. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Reality Check. I'm thrilled to still be joined by Jerry O'Connell. He's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a reality TV aficionado, and now he's a talk show host, everybody. He is the host of The Jerry O Show, premiering on August 12th. That is Monday. Kelly Ripa is your first guest.
Kelly Ripa is our first guest. Tuesday, very big news here at Reality Check. We have the group commonly known as the Trace Amigas, Shannon Bedour, Vicky Gunvalson, and Tamra Judge as one-on-one couch.
I mean,
the first time Vicky Gunvalson will be appearing as a non-cast,
as a friend of the show.
As a friend of the show.
Did you guys become rivals?
I don't think we have rivals. I mean, I'm giving you all the dish that I can give you. I mean, the three of us are, I get the three of them on a couch. It's going to be really fun. I mean, Vicky Gunvalson of Orange County is one of the most electrifying characters in all the franchises.
She's the OG.
And by the way, still not even, this season, not a regular cast member, whatever you call them,
like
housewife.
A series regular, yeah.
She's a friend of the Housewives. Yep. And still, at the end of the episode last night, they were like, oh, Vicky wants to see you. Vicky, I mean, she's just like this force that like hovers over the franchise.
Yeah.
You can't escape the power of her. It's like,
do you think she'll
like the force.
Do you think she'll come back as a cast member, like a regular cast member, or just remain friend of the show?
That's not my we'll see how she works out this season.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how it's decided whether people come back or not. That's an Andy Cohen question, but we'll see how it works out this season.
We are going to take one last break of the day. When we come back, we'll be checking in on our Reality Check Twitter poll and be taking a sneak peek at our reality history moment of the day, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. Jerry's still hanging out in the studio, and it is time to take a look at our poll results. We asked you who you're shipping so far on Bachelor in Paradise, and the results are in. So with an overwhelming 80% of the votes, our Twitter family are shipping Hannah and Dylan. So I guess we'll see whose rose Hannah will accept next week. Safe to say, she's got a pick of the lads. All right, now it is time for our daily dose of reality TV history. Enjoy.
Oh, nah, I ain't even mad at you, you know what I'm saying? I'm like ferocious. Like, I'm some type of man. It's not even a word yet. That's the type of man I am.
In this 2015 episode of Love and Hip Hop New York, Cardi B clashes with DJ Self over another woman.
And who is this girl? I'd be damned if you ever bring her to one of our bookings.
Listen, all that is
No, it's
whack.
not all of that.
Then she drops her now iconic line.
A girl have beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever.
Cardi B's Forever delivery is one of the greatest moments in reality history, while also inspiring her hit single the following year.
If a be for me, we gon' be forever.
Wow, Forever never sounded so ominous, huh?
Watching history there, it's so awesome to watch that. I mean, that's what's so great about Cardi. You feel like we've been there the whole time.
We've grown up with her.
Yeah.
I actually, I'm such a huge Cardi B fan.
Oh my gosh.
I hope that one day she graces these couches the way that you did.
And by the way, also you see she's in that clip. That's Love and Hip Hop. She's already a star.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she always had that star magic.
Just like you. Always have that. Just like you.
Get out of my head. All right, that is all we have time for today, unfortunately. Big thank you to Jerry O'Connell for gracing this couch. Make sure you tune in to The Jerry O Show, airing August 12th on Fox TV stations. Make sure you check your local listings for the time. You are a joy. I adore you. Thank you. Remember to follow @People on Twitter as well to watch the newest Reality Check episode, streaming every day at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I am Lyndsey Rodrigues, and I will check you tomorrow.